Hey, Gabby, I'm so excited to dive into this topic with you today. I feel like morning routines are something everyone's curious about, but nobody really talks about in detail.
Right? And I think they're so personal too. Like what works for me might sound absolutely crazy to someone else.
Exactly. So let's start with the basics. What time are you actually getting up these days?
Okay, don't judge me, but I'm a 5:30 a.m. person now. I know, it sounds insane,
Wait, what? 5:30?
but here's the thing. I used to be that person rolling out of bed at 8:30, rushing to get ready, starting my day in pure chaos, and I realized that was setting the tone for everything else.
Yeah, totally. That frantic energy.
Exactly. So now I give myself this luxurious 2 hours before the world expects anything from me. What about you?
I'm more of a 6:15 person, but I totally get the appeal of that extra time. My first non-negotiable though is coffee. Like I literally cannot function without it.
Same. What's your coffee situation?
Okay, so I have this whole ritual. I grind my beans fresh every morning. I know it sounds extra, but the smell alone is like meditation for me. Then I make it in my French press and I sit with it for at least 10 minutes before I even think about checking my phone.
Oh, the phone thing is huge. That quiet time.
Right? It's like giving myself permission to just be present. What about you? Are you a coffee person or?
I'm actually more of a tea person, which I know makes me sound like I have my life together more than I do. But I start with this lemon ginger tea that just wakes up my whole system.
Oh, that sounds so cleansing.
It really is. And then I'll have my coffee later. But that tea is like my gentle wake up call. Speaking of waking up the system, though, do you do any movement in the morning?
Yes, this has been a game changer for me. I used to think I had to do this intense workout to make it count, but now I just do 15 minutes of stretching or yoga. Sometimes it's literally just child's pose and a few sun salutations.
Yeah, something gentle.
Exactly. It's more about connecting with my body and getting my blood flowing than trying to burn calories at 6:30 in the morning. What about you?
I go for walks. I know it sounds so simple, but there's something about getting outside right away, breathing fresh air, seeing the world wake up. It's like my brain just comes online in a completely different way.
That sounds amazing. Fresh air changes everything.
It really does. And I think being outside first thing helps me feel more grounded for the whole day. Now, can we talk about skincare? Because I feel like this is where I either look like I have my life together or I completely don't.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so I used to be that person with like 8 steps, thinking more was better. But honestly, I've simplified it down to 3 things: a gentle cleanser, vitamin C serum, and SPF. That's it.
The SPF thing is so important.
Right? I was so bad about SPF for years, and now it's just automatic. What's your routine like?
I splash cold water on my face first thing, like really cold water. It's this instant wake up call. Then I use this hyaluronic acid serum and moisturizer with SPF built in. Super simple, but it makes me feel put together.
The cold water thing, yes, it's like shocking your system awake.
Exactly. And then breakfast, this is where I feel like I've really figured things out. I used to skip breakfast or grab something random, but now I prep these overnight oats with berries and nuts. Takes 2 minutes in the evening, saves me so much decision making in the morning.
Oh, the prep ahead strategy. That's so smart.
It's all about removing decisions for me. What do you do for breakfast?
I'm kind of boring. I have the same thing every day: avocado toast with everything bagel seasoning and a soft boiled egg. I know it's basic, but it keeps me satisfied and I don't have to think about it.
That sounds perfect though. Consistent and nourishing.
Yeah, and I think that consistency is what I've learned matters most. Like my morning routine now versus 5 years ago is completely different. I used to think I had to be this high energy, productive machine from the second I woke up.
Oh my gosh, same. That pressure to be on immediately.
Exactly. But now I realize that gentle, intentional mornings actually make me more productive later. It's like I'm investing in the quality of my whole day instead of just trying to cram more into it.
That's such a good way to put it. Investing in the quality of your day. I think the biggest shift for me was realizing that my morning routine doesn't have to look like anyone else's. It just has to work for me and make me feel good.
Yes, and it can evolve too. Like what I needed when I was working in an office versus now is totally different.
Absolutely. I think the key is just being honest about what actually serves you, not what you think should serve you. Thanks for sharing all of this, Eden. I always love hearing how other people create structure in their lives.
Thank you too, Gabby. I think anyone listening should just try one small thing, whether it's waking up 10 minutes earlier or having that quiet coffee moment. You don't have to overhaul everything at once.
That's such good advice. And you know what? That brings up something I'm curious about. Do you do any journaling or mindfulness stuff in the morning? I keep hearing about people who swear by it.
Oh my gosh, yes. I was actually really resistant to journaling for a long time because I thought it had to be this deep, profound thing. But now I just do what I call a brain dump. Like, I'll write down whatever's floating around in my head for maybe 5 minutes. Sometimes it's my to do list, sometimes it's worries, sometimes it's just random thoughts.
I love that. A brain dump. That takes so much pressure off it. I do something similar, but I call it my three things. I write down three things I'm grateful for and three things I want to focus on that day. It's become like this anchor that keeps me grounded.
Ooh, I like the focus part of that. Speaking of staying grounded, though, can we talk about phones? Because I feel like this is where I either totally succeed or completely fail at morning routines.
Oh my gosh, yes. The phone thing is like my biggest weakness. I used to roll out of bed and immediately check Instagram or emails, and it would just hijack my entire headspace. Now I try to keep my phone in the other room overnight and not touch it until after I've had my tea and done my gratitude thing.
That's so smart. I charge mine in the kitchen, so I have to physically get up and walk there if I want it. But honestly, some mornings I still find myself mindlessly scrolling before I realize what I'm doing. It's like such an automatic habit.
Right? It's so automatic. But you know what I've realized really helps? Setting myself up the night before. Like if I prep my clothes, set out my journal, and have everything ready, I'm way less likely to reach for my phone because I have this clear path to follow.
Oh, absolutely. I'm obsessed with my evening prep now. I pick out my workout clothes, I set up the coffee maker, I even put my vitamins next to my water bottle. It's like I'm creating this little roadmap for future me so she doesn't have to make any decisions when her brain is still foggy.
Yes, future you is so grateful for past you's thoughtfulness. And speaking of that, do you find your routine changes with the seasons? Like, my winter mornings are totally different from summer ones.
Oh, totally. In the summer, I love getting up early because it's light out and I can open all the windows and let the fresh air in. But in winter, ugh, it's so dark and cold, and I definitely need more cozy time. Like, I'll add an extra 10 minutes just wrapped in a blanket with my coffee before I do anything else.
Yes, the blanket cocoon phase, I totally get that. And in winter, I switch from walks to doing gentle stretches indoors because sometimes it's just too brutal outside. But then summer comes and I'm like, why would I ever exercise indoors when I could be outside? It's so different. And don't even get me started on weekends versus weekdays.
Right? Weekends are like this whole other thing. I used to think I had to stick to the exact same routine every single day, but now I'm way more flexible. Like Saturday mornings, I might sleep in until 7, which feels so luxurious, and I'll spend more time with my coffee and maybe read instead of journaling.
Oh, 7 feels luxurious. I love that perspective. I used to feel guilty if I didn't stick to my exact routine on weekends, but now I see weekends as like maintenance mode. I'll keep the core things, the tea, the gratitude, but maybe I'll linger longer or try a different breakfast. It took me a while to get to this flexibility, though.
Yeah, the flexibility thing is huge. What was the biggest challenge for you when you were building these habits? Because I feel like everyone talks about the end result, but not the messy middle part.
Oh my gosh, the messy middle. For me, it was definitely the all or nothing thinking. Like if I slept through my alarm one day or forgot to prep the night before, I just throw in the towel and think, well, I'm clearly not a morning person. It took me forever to realize that one bad morning doesn't cancel out all the good ones.
Yes, the perfectionist trap. Mine was trying to do too much at once. I'd read about someone's amazing 5 a.m. routine and try to copy the whole thing: meditation, journaling, workout, skincare, perfect breakfast, and then burn out after like 3 days. I had to learn to add just one tiny thing at a time.
One tiny thing at a time. That's such good advice. And that's probably what I'd tell someone who's listening to this thinking, I want to start a morning routine, but I don't know where to begin. Like maybe just start with making your bed or drinking a glass of water. Something so small you can't fail at it.
Exactly. And I'd also say don't worry about what time other people wake up. If you're naturally more of a 7 a.m. person, that's totally fine. The magic isn't in the hour, it's in giving yourself some intentional time before the world starts demanding things from you, even if it's just 15 minutes.
Yes, and be patient with yourself. I think it took me like 3 months before my routine felt natural instead of forced. Some days I still don't feel like doing it, but now I have this trust that the small rituals, even just sitting with my tea quietly, will shift my energy in a good way.
That's so true, trusting that the small things matter. And I'd say experiment. What we've shared today works for us, but maybe you're someone who loves to listen to music while you get ready, or maybe you do better with a completely silent morning. There's no wrong way to do it as long as it makes you feel good.
Absolutely. I love that. There's no wrong way to do it. And I think the biggest thing is just remembering that your morning routine is supposed to serve you, not stress you out. If it starts feeling like another item on your to-do list, maybe it's time to simplify or adjust. Thanks for this conversation, Eden. I always learn so much talking to you about this stuff.
Same here, Gabby. I hope everyone listening feels inspired to try something small and see what happens, even if it's just setting your alarm 5 minutes earlier or keeping a glass of water by your bed. Small shifts can create really beautiful changes over time.